Hey there guys, my name is Isaac Steiner and I am from Palmer, Alaska. Being from Palmer is kind of crazy. I grew up there, I was born there. Being a little kid in Palmer, it's always icy. In the winter we got like 9 months of winter and 3 months of summer. It's pretty crazy. I grew up in the cold. It was a very interesting life, I tell you what. And Alaska is one of those places that, as you can tell, there's probably not a lot of people there. There's actually, I think, more caribou than there are people in Alaska. And because of that lack of people, there's really a lack of community. And in Alaska, it's very, very individualistic. Me growing up, I have two awesome parents who I love to death. My dad is a pastor in Palmer, Alaska, and my mom is a nurse. My parents, they love me so much, and it's kind of a tough subject to talk about. But through most of my formative years, they both worked, and so they were very, very distant, I guess you could say. And because of that distance, I had to take on a lot of responsibility. I have 4 younger siblings. I'm the oldest of 5 kids. I had to take on a lot, starting about at the age 13. And at that point, I really felt like my parents, they kind of almost left me, and I felt very alone. And that created a very big sense of individuality that pretty much echoes throughout my life today. As I got a little older, I really felt like I needed to be a man. Alaska, as you can probably think, they're big on like, the tough and lumberjacks and cutting things down and just being like the manliest man, a big beard. And growing up, like that wasn't me, and I really, really struggled with my self-esteem. It was hard. It was really hard, and to combat that, I thought if I could just find places and find outlets to make me feel more tough or manly. When I was in high school, I joined a commercial fishing crew. It was a crazy adventure. I spent 3 months on a boat just fishing with these random guys I've never met, just to prove to myself that I could be tough and manly out of this identity that I really was a lie, just because of the culture that I got brought up in, that I was completely submersed in. That is, you have to be tough, you have to be manly, you have to not show a lot of emotion. Very low context society, over a high context society. Body language is very, almost not important. Sometimes people from Alaska often are considered rude, some very pessimistic or angry people. But really what it comes down to is that our culture that we've all been growing up in, and we all live in, is one of just straight low context, and what you say is what you mean. And so there's a lot of that in Alaska. My life was pretty crazy. Since my parents, I had to take on so much responsibility, and I felt like they were so gone and there was so much distance, I turned to just staying busy. Staying busy was just important for me, so I started working fishing, firefighting jobs, just working as much as I can. And that's pretty much created me to who I am today. I have a great work ethic. I love just putting my nose down and putting it to the grindstone. I struggle sometimes with getting with time management, but all these things that made me who I am today is just because of kind of my parents and just all the crazy wild things that have happened throughout my life in Alaska.